Research topics have been completed. Leander is in the throne room. Ask him about improving your ship.
I headed to Hydropolis intent on witnessing Queen Nerea's beauty up close. But someone else ended up catching my eye. I speak of the fair Lycorius. I bounded up to her, eager to make her acquaintance, but she put me in an arm lock and had me ejected. What a woman.
The next gifted individual I would like to introduce you to is a fellow by the name of Proteus, a jeweler of genius. He was spurred on to excellence by the pain of a broken heart. He now aspires to learn new ways to craft wonderful items. Do you know Philippus? He wants to be a great hunter. I see him every day doing archery training. He almost never misses the target. He is amazing. And he's the same age as me. He has really inspired me not to be lazy and to do something with my life. It sounds utterly fantastical, but it seems that our kingdom's strict laws are all to be abolished. The queen herself has declared it, so it must be true. Does this mean we are free to love? It sounds marvelous in theory, but how in the world does one go about it? Listen up, because there's some more big news for you all. The Kingdom of Hydropolis is the latest to sign up to King Evan of Evermore's Grand Union. I can't wait to see who's next. So this episode is going to be about me running my kingdom. Where is this research that is complete? My food now goes further. Everything I can possibly get here. Alright, I guess we'll take all these people out. And let's see if anybody's ready to level up. I see some. I don't know why I was just looking at the bottom again instead of the arrow. I still have a long road to travel, but I feel that I am almost ready to stand on my own 2 feet. My grandmother would be so proud. I have grown so much since I came to this kingdom. Coming to serve you was the best decision I ever made. The stars gave me their guidance. They showed me that I had not yet given all that I could to this kingdom. From now on, I promise to devote my heart and soul to Evermore with even more dedication.
Yes.
A martial artist training. You get the exact same pose. A martial artist training is never at an end. But though we are only able to take one step at a time, before we know it, we have traveled a great distance indeed.
Yeah.
When I take aim at something, I never miss my mark. I swore to give all that I could to this kingdom, and my resolve has not wavered one bit.
Hello.
I have worked my fingers to the bone, but it has been entirely worth it. I can feel my abilities improving day by day. Now, I am ready to bind myself ever tighter to this kingdom and weave a truly wonderful future. I think that's everybody. Alright, let's talk to all the people in my throne room. If I was one of the massive, great big flying kingmakers, wouldn't even need a boat. Flip, man. I'm flipping useless, I am. I may be able to use magic in this world, but I still don't understand the theory behind it all. I'm sure glad we have some folks on board who do. He may seem a right royal stick in the mud, but that Leander's a one, eh? Jumping ships indeed, the very thought.
Blimey.
If Queen Nerea has been turning back time for 300 years, how old does that make Leander exactly? I guess I could talk to people and see if they've got anything new to say. I think you're the mushroom lady, aren't you? Yeah, do I have any new mushrooms? I don't remember which one of these two I showed. I think I showed you Cutesy Pops earlier. I brought you some blue sky button tops. They really do taste as bright and breezy as they look.
Yes.
That is the correct answer. Thank goodness, I was nervous for a moment there. Your face doesn't give anything away, does it, Handy? A few nerves never harmed anyone, Your Majesty. You mustn't stay in your royal comfort zone all the time. I suppose so. I thought only battle could make me so tense. Well, you got it right, and that was a tricky question too. Lots of children struggle when it comes to blue sky button tops. I'm sure they do. It was just a lucky guess, I think. Oh, I doubt luck had anything to do with it. It was more like perseverance because he showed me every mushroom he kept collecting. Now, are you ready for the final question? It's probably the most difficult of them all.
All right.
Fire away, honey. I want to see if I can get them all right. Alright, here we go. This mushroom may look sweet and beautiful, but its flavor is famously awful. Well, can you bring me something that fits this description? I found it, Henny. This mushroom looks adorable, but its taste is absolutely disgusting.
Yes.
Well done, Evan. That's the correct answer, and that's 3 out of 3. You've passed the test. Congratulations.
Gosh.
That's such a relief. I was fairly confident about that last one, but it was still nerve-wracking, waiting for you to tell me if I'd got it right. I can imagine, but you did well to identify the cutesy pop. They are indeed more valued for their appearance than their flavor, though the tiniest trace of their cloying, sickly sweetness can sometimes give a cake a little extra something. I suppose it probably could. Isn't it wonderful how everything has its use? Indeed it is, and that's one of the most important lessons any child can learn.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for teaching me it, Henny. Alright, Evan, that's the end of the test. Well done in finishing it. It really wasn't easy. I might make a few adjustments before I have the children give it a try.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, I can't wait to see their faces when I tell them that King Evan himself took the very same mushroom spotting test as them and passed with flying colors. When I see one of my pupils struggle with something and then finally overcome it, I feel so proud that I could burst. Let's try talking to more people.
Well now.
I popped over to take a look at what was growing in your fields, and I came back with some lovely juicy vegetables. I think I'll make a big old stew. It should last me a week or two. Perhaps I should not say this, sire, but you are my hero. You are strong yet supremely kind-hearted. I train every day in the hope that one day people will say the same thing about me. For a dressmaker, there is no greater joy than to see someone wearing a piece one has designed. Yahar! I was happy back in dear old Cloud Coil Canyon, of course, but living in a fancy kingdom with a castle and all ain't to be sniffed at neither.
Whoa!
Your Majesty, what an honor. Here, have a handful of sweets. Think of them as a token of my gratitude for all the sterling work you've done in building this kingdom. You didn't actually give me that. That's actually why I'm talking to everybody. I'm trying to find items.
Hey.
I have something for you. Think of it as a token of gratitude or a small act of kindness, something like that. Maybe it's not really worth it.
Thanks a lot.
When I first arrived, I was not sure if I could make this place my home, but now I am truly glad that I came.
Hey!
I have come to an important conclusion. No one else here is as half as good looking or as strong as me. Dude, I really don't like him.
Yeah.
You really would be doing me a huge favor if you could find me 5 links of cheek ribbon, Your Majesty.
Oi.
I've taught myself to read so I can educate myself about the best way to grow vegetables. This here's a fresh start for me and I ain't about to waste it.
Ahoy there.
You know, Evan, lad, time was I'd laugh myself silly if some swab had told me they wanted to build a kingdom where everyone could live happily ever after. But you'll do it. I know you will. If there's one thing I've learned as a man of the skies, is to always trust me instincts. You're destined for big things, believe me.
Ahoy there!
Don't let me see you leaving town without a generous supply of sorway now. You need to be prepared for all eventualities. And it ain't just medicine we've laid in store. No, we've all you could possibly need for the right price, so fill your boots. It does remind me, let me see if I picked up a 4-leaf sorrowway. I did. Alright, so I looked at 4-leaf sorrowway yesterday, and it said that there was one in the abyss where the teleporter was like said 1,000 fathoms deep and 3,000 fathoms deep. So I do have one, so I'm gonna do that one quest as well.
Okay.
Your Majesty, I don't wish to speak out of turn, but I think you might need to bulk up a little. You look as if a strong breeze might blow you over.
Excuse me?
If you could bring me a hybrid boat of grade 5 or higher to emulate, I would be ever so grateful.
Yes.
Oh, I think that's it.
Hello.
Oh wow, it's multiple lines of dialogue. Alright, well I think I'll just pick one per person for now. Hello, dear. I just wanted to tell you how much I love teaching here in Evermore. Watching all the children learn together is a delight. Whether they're a cat, or a mouse, or a alpaca, none of that matters here. To think that I used to be your tutor, and now I'm watching you build a whole new kingdom. Your father would be so proud, I just know it.
Oi!
Hey, Evan, why not take a day off and let Roland take care of things? Oh, don't look at me like that. I was just joking. I know this is your kingdom, and you're not about to leave it to someone else to run. Maybe how your father felt because you were totally incompetent when it came to running your own kingdom. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but, like, he was completely... basically the mouse. Like, that... Even Roland says this took some planning, you know? Nevermore is a most delightful name for a kingdom. Did you come up with it yourself, Your Majesty?
Yeah.
A military commander must be able to make the right tactical decisions, even in the heat of battle. Stay calm and clear-headed, and you will surely prevail.
Say,
Right now you're young, so no matter how much something. Alright, we've seen that several times.
Oh,
It is a great surprise that a mighty monarch would take the time to stop and talk to an old man like me. It is an honor, and also a reminder that I cannot afford to fall asleep on the job.
yeah.
Nothing to report, sir. All is well in Evermore. As a soldier of this realm, I want you to know that I'm on duty around the clock. No one is going to cause any trouble on my watch.
Hey there.
I'd be ever so grateful if you could fetch me those 5 logs of fine-grained lumber, Your Majesty. The Lopakas will be delighted as well.
Forgive me.
The explanation of how to enable our ships to jump will take some time. I suggest we retire to the throne room.
Yes.
I'm learning so much from the chefs from other kingdoms. I'd never appreciated how many ways there were to grill a fish or marinate meat.
Yes.
My routine is still the same as it was back in Ding Dong Dell. I work frantically in the morning to get everything done, then lie in the sun for a nice afternoon nap. I'll still read even the ones I've seen before, just to say other than Roland's. The children all love to gather in the center of town and play. I'm sure they would be thrilled if you were to join them sometime. I dislike being treated as a go-between, but certain devoted admirers of yours wanted you to have this. Thanks.
Yes.
It is so wonderful to be in a place where so many people take weapons seriously. It really motivates me to get better and better at my craft.
Some of the old crew from Cloudcoil Canyon came on a flying visit the other day. We had us a proper knees up and a good chin wag about the olden days to boot. But don't you go thinking I was just blathering on about the past. No, I had plenty to say about you and your heroics. We have a bright future ahead of us here. I can feel it in me waters.
Yeah.
In Godpaw, we learn to tell fortunes by studying a person's aura, and then finding a star in the sky that matches it. Once we have located the star, we can make predictions about that person's future. How accurate those predictions are depends on the talents of the fortune teller.
Yes.
To gaze up at the stars at night, one would think that anything were possible. Ah, Evermore is truly blessed.
Hey, up.
Us lot from Capstan are getting right strange looks from folk around here. Our clothes aren't that weird, are they? Well, you're kind of walking around in your underwear, essentially.
Let's warp over to Hydropolis and see if we can talk to Swift Solutions and recruit some more peeps. For example, right here is a peep.
Hmm?
Are you alright? It's no good. I can't make out a word he's saying.
Wait, you are Nereus, are you not? The musician?
Musician? Really?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Nereus is one of the most celebrated singers in all Hydropolis. His works have brought solace to the hearts of thousands over the years. Alas, he has not produced any new music for a long while. In fact, he stopped rather abruptly. No one knows why, but even Queen Nerea was rather distraught.
My voice... The witch... Witch? Did you say witch?
Nereus, do you mean to say, did a witch steal your voice and prevent you from singing? Is that what happened? Stealing the voice of one who lives to sing is an act of unspeakable cruelty. Whoever is responsible must be made to pay.
Absolutely, you must have suffered so much, Nereus. But don't worry, we'll get your voice back for you. Now, do you know where this witch you mentioned might be? Campanius' crypt.
Campanius' crypt? Ah yes, I know of it. It is situated on the island of Macronos, not too far away from Hydropolis itself. We must venture there, Evan, and recover Nereus' voice.
Alright, Leander, let's go. Nereus was once a renowned singer whose music touched countless people's hearts. When Evan and company come across him in Hydropolis, however, it turns out that his voice has been stolen by a vindictive witch. Is there anything that can be done to get him singing again? Perhaps I'll take a leaf from your book and travel to a distant kingdom. The world is full of delightful corals just waiting to be discovered, I am sure.
Gosh.
My granddaughter has started speaking of her wish to travel to distant kingdoms. This is ridiculous, of course. The foolish young thing can barely find her way to the shops.
Yeah.
It was possible to sense that the people did not trust Queen Nerea, even if they never expressed it in words. Of course, there were also those who had complete faith in her. I suppose that touching people's hearts is never easy, even for a queen. Unless one were to use a forbidden spell or some such. Talk to Swift Solutions in a minute here. Let me first talk to everybody. So that way if they did have dialogue, it wouldn't go directly to the quest dialogue. I can at least talk to them.
Yes.
My love, you are my everything. Without you, I would cease to exist. This couple were arrested as they sought to elope, only for the law forbidding love to be rescinded before they could be punished. They invited me to join them for a meal to celebrate their good fortune, but all they could do is moon over one another. I think I should go home.
Yeah.
But will the flame of your love continue to burn forever?
Hello.
This entrance. Oh, we saw this. I was as beautiful as Queen Nerea myself once upon a time. Whoa, yes, I had my pick of potential suitors. Ooh. So sorry, young fellow, but I am busy. These weapons don't make themselves.
Hey there.
The laws have changed and the bridge is now open to all. Please enjoy the wonderful sea views.
Hey there.
All are free to pass through here now, although I suppose you already knew that. They say that it takes 3 days to grow accustomed to a beautiful woman, and 3 days to grow tired of a beautiful man. I would relish the chance to test the truth of this saying.
Hi.
Greetings, I am Pontus, the finest oceanographer in all Hydropolis. I know all there is to know about all things oceanic.
Crikey.
You're not short on confidence, are you?
Hey.
And why would I be? I am a genius, so much so that I already know exactly why you have approached me. You wish to become my assistant, do you not?
What?
Your assistant? Alas, I received countless applications such as yours. This being so, I must separate the wheat from the chaff. You must complete the challenges I set you and prove yourself worthy of this prestigious role.
Yeah.
Challenge 1. Find a venomous fish and bring it to me.
What the flip?
Hang about, Mun. Are we starting already?
Hmm.
A poisonous fish? Now that really is a challenge. Pontus prides himself on being the finest marine biologist in all Hydropolis, and he wants to set Evan some challenges to prove his knowledge of life beneath the waves. He's willing to make Evan his assistant if he gets all the answers right, and he might even move to Evermore. Challenge 1. Find a venomous fish and bring it to me.
Father, will you pick me up, please, Father? We will play at Sky Pirates, my boy, but only if you finish eating your vegetables first.
Oh.
Do not obstruct me, young man. I have come to gaze upon the beauty of Thaumas, and I do not intend to allow anyone to get in my way. I must apologize. There are many subjects I wish to discuss with you, but I cannot. Not at this moment.
Excuse me?
Oh, Thaumas, do you not remember? You promised to take me to the taverna. You say that you made no such promise? Thaumas, you confound me. I can hardly bear to gaze upon your dazzling beauty. I am the only woman worthy of Thomas's affection. That is clear for all to see, is it not? Life will certainly be a lot more interesting now that we are able to express our interest in one another. Hooray! Love has won the day. A happy life awaits the romantics of Hydropolis. The girl I know has asked me to go and play on the beach with her. I accepted, of course, but ever since doing so, my heart has been pounding and I've been short of breath. I hope I recover before I have to meet her.
Way!
Finally, the ridiculous fishing restrictions have been lifted, and we are free to pit ourselves against the biggest beasts in the ocean. What am I to do? I am in deep trouble, of that I am certain.
Excuse me?
Are you alright? You seem worried about something. Indeed I am, terribly worried. I have committed a terrible transgression. I was caught fishing out of bounds. What's that mean exactly? It means he went fishing where he wasn't supposed to. Of course it does. Well, you should have known better, isn't it? I expect you for now, man. I know. Oh, I know, but it was an accident, I promise. An accident, nothing more. My hand slipped. I dropped my line into the ocean by accident, that was all. But a mean-looking merwoman has been pursuing me ever since.
Crikey!
They must have spotted you with that eye thing or something. There's unlucky.
So,
I am desperate to explain myself, but she is terrifying. Could you perhaps speak with her, and make her see that it was merely an unfortunate accident? You promise never to do it again? Of course. I simply wish to put this awful episode behind me, that is all. Well, alright then, but just this once. Oh, thank you, I'm forever in your debt. The last time I saw my pursuer was in Nautilus Harbor. Her light green outfit makes her easy enough to recognize. Please, allow me to thank you once again for your kindness and understanding in this matter. This is a romance, I assume. The careless fisherman dropped his line into an area where fishing is forbidden, and now he's being pursued by the merwoman who's picked it up. He's absolutely convinced that he's in deep trouble, but can Evan help persuade her that it was just an accident?
Yep.
These are joyful days. Now that the rules and regulations have been lifted, my father has agreed to take me hunting.
Way!
Becoming sick may no longer be illegal, but that does not mean that we should abandon our commitment to hygiene. Be sure to wash your hands before and after eating, and remember to brush your teeth 3 times a day.
Hey there.
Okay, we've seen this one. You are the Boy King, are you not? Yes, I have heard the rumors.
yeah.
Life is far more pleasant now that all those tiresome regulations have been lifted. At last, we are free to express our love for one another. Though in my case, that love has thus far been met with rejection.
Whoa!
Oh my... Oh, okay, we saw this one. You look cool.
Hey there.
Welcome to Hydropolis. We are a peaceful kingdom, but we do not tolerate troublemakers. You have been warned. Dude, all I do is cause trouble. So, what are you gonna do about it? Oh, woe is me. Why would this dark fog that engulfs my heart not clear? Are you alright? You look a little troubled. I am afraid you are correct. You see, I have of late found myself consumed with the desire to become closer to a fisherman named Glaucus. And have you told him this?
Oh!
Of course not. My heart would tear itself in two were I to force myself to make such a confession. Gosh, so what are you gonna do? I do not know, which is why my days and nights are filled with endless sorrow and confusion.
I am a diver and he is a fisherman, and so we often encounter each other upon the ocean. Alas, he appears to be a rather taciturn man, and we have never exchanged so much as a polite word. Oh, if only I knew how he felt about me. At this rate, I fear that I shall drive myself mad attempting to guess at his true feelings. Would you like me to go and talk to him for you?
Huh?
You would do such a thing? Oh, that would be wonderful, simply wonderful. But please, he must not know that you are asking on my behalf. You must be tactful, I beg of you. Sibylla, a diver from Hydropolis, has fallen head over heels in love with a man named Glaucus, but she dare not tell him how she feels for fear of rejection. Can Evan help her take the first steps on the path to achieving her dream? Let's go ahead and do this one. Everyone is very excited at the prospect of catching all the fish that we were once forbidden to catch.
Hey.
You wish to speak to me about Sibylla?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Need to know what kind of person she is. Could you tell me what you think of her? Well, let me see. She is a good worker, despite her youth. She is both diligent and passionate, I would say. I see. And anything else? Well, I believe her to be a considerate soul. She always shows great attentiveness to her colleagues' needs. Is that all? You spend a lot of time working together out at sea. You must have more than that to say about her. If you wish to know more about her, you should ask someone else. I am busy. I must prepare the boats for tomorrow. Oh, alright. Sorry. Oh dear. I don't think Glaucus has any idea how Sibylla feels about him. A good worker. That is what Glaucus said? Oh, then is, as I feared, nothing more than a colleague though. I don't know if that's entirely true. If only there was some way of really grabbing his attention. Grabbing his attention, you said? Ah yes, I have it. I shall use my secret talent. The same one my mother was so famed for in her youth. Your secret talent? What's that?
Oh!
Cookery, of course. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, is it not? This is surely true for all men of all races. It was certainly true of my father, and that is, if my mother is to believe. That sounds like a wonderful plan. Cook something tasty for him, and Glaucus is sure to start seeing you in a different light. You'll let me know if there's anything else I can do to help, won't you? Well, as a matter of fact, if you would be so good as to bring me a cuttyfish, that would be most helpful indeed. They are in season at the moment, and I have a feeling that Glaucus would be rather fond of their flavor. Certainly, Sibylla. One cuttyfish coming right up. Glaucus is sure to see me as more than a colleague once I prepared this meal for him. Now, would you be so good as to fetch me a fresh cuttyfish while I ready everything else? Please, hurry. I'm too excited to wait.
Thank you.
You have brought me a cuttyfish. How wonderful. Thank you. I'm sure it will taste wonderful, Sibylla.
Yes.
It certainly will. I shall pour my heart and soul into it for his sake. There, it is done. Could you please take it to him while it is still warm? Mermaid delight. Of course, leave it to me. So, well, the dialogue earlier about him eating her cooking, was that just like a glitch then? Because the quest was not in effect or something, so I thought it was resolved. I have already told you, I must prepare the boats for tomorrow. Please, do not bother me any longer.
Hey.
You wish me to eat this? Yes, please, while it's still warm. It is good. It is very good indeed. In fact, I have never eaten anything quite so flavorsome. Oh, well, that is a great relief.
Hello.
Sibylla cooked it for you, Glaucus. Isn't that amazing?
Oh.
Yes, it truly is. Sibylla is not only a diligent worker, she is also a most talented chef. She would make a fine wife, I am sure of it.
Oh.
A wife? Oh. Gosh, are you alright, Sibylla? Perhaps you should take a deep breath or two. Your face has turned bright red. Are you unwell? Have you perhaps caught a fever? No, I am quite well. I am simply overcome with joy. That is a great relief, Sibylla. Your cooking is wonderful. Would you be so good as to make a meal for me again sometime?
Yes.
Of course, Glaucus. Whatever you like. I would be delighted. I think our plan might be working.
Oh.
I had no idea that Sibylla was such a talented cook. I cannot wait to see what she prepares for me next.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for all your help. Glaucus and I are now more than mere colleagues, and I could not be happier.
Thanks.
Thank you for your assistance. We would have struggled greatly without your help.
Yeah.
Don't mention it, lad. We'll be asking you to do the same for us someday, right enough? Where's that anyways?
Good day to you.
Greetings, young sir. Welcome to the Taverna Calamari, where the finest refreshments in all Hydropolis are to be found. You appear to have come from a faraway kingdom, in which case it would be an absolute tragedy if you were to return without dining with us. I like the sound of that, Evanman. Let's fill our bellies by your before we think about doing anything else. Yes, let's. It would be a shame not to sample some of the local cuisine while we're here.
Boosh! Get in!
Righto then. We'll have 2 of whatever you recommend in it. Well, ordinarily I would recommend the Medusa's hair pasta, especially to first-time visitors, but I'm sorry to say that we are currently sold out.
What?
Sold out, man? After all that song and dance about how this place is the best for miles around, you're telling me we can't have the house special? Believe me, it pains me to be unable to serve it to you, but without the necessary ingredients, there's little we can do. Of course, if you were to bring them to us, we could offer a reward in addition to the delicious meal. Really? You mean it? No word of a lie like? Absolutely, I would never lie about a matter of such importance.
Here!
Well then, that's that, innit, Evan? Let's go and get her the ingredients she needs so we can get a crack at this hairy pasta nonsense. Alright. Wonderful. Now, the first thing we will need is some octopuses. 3, in fact. Oh, so this is octopuses?
Huh?
What's the matter, Evan? Man, you're not scared of them, are you? To be honest, I am rather. It's the way their tentacles wriggle. Don't worry, though. I'll be able to eat them if they're mixed up in a nice sauce, I think. Well, if you don't like the look of yours when it comes, I'll be happy to scoff it for you. Waste not, want not, in it. That's not fair. Anyway, as I say, I'll be able to eat it, I'm sure. I can assure you that you will. Now I will wait you here. Remember, 3 octopuses. Evan and company are keen to sample a seafood dish known as Medusa's hair. Unfortunately, the Taverna Calamari, where the dish is served, is running low on ingredients. If Evan wants a hearty plate of pasta, he's going to have to fetch the ingredients himself. Where has he gone? Why must he insist on continuing to run from me?
Excuse me?
Would you mind if we had a quick word? Fine, but I must warn you that I'm not presently in the best of moods. Whatever it is you have to say, I would advise you to keep it short. Alright, well, someone has asked me to explain an unfortunate incident. You see, his hand slipped, and the line went into the water accidentally. He didn't mean to go fishing where he wasn't supposed to. Forgive me, but I do not understand. A fisherman wishes to explain himself to me? Yes, he's very keen for you to know that he didn't mean to go fishing out of bounds.
Huh?
Ah, now I think I understand. You can tell your friend not to worry. I am no palace guard or fisheries enforcer. I think there has been an unfortunate misunderstanding.
What?
Really? I do not condone what he did, of course. The fishing restrictions are in place for a reason. But if he says it was an accident, I believe him. Not that it is any business of mine either way. My concern was not with where he fished, but what he fished with. I found his hook and tackle in the water. The craftsmanship is exquisite. Such beautiful objects should not be wasted on fish. I wish to ask him where he buys his gear, so that I might purchase 2 such hooks to wear as earrings.
Ah.
I see, so that's why you're following him everywhere. Indeed, could you perhaps speak to him and reassure him that I bear him no ill will, and perhaps ask him where he buys his hooks while you are there? Of course, I'm sure he'll be very relieved to hear that he's not going to be punished. Thank you very much. I shall look forward to hearing what he has to say. Ah, there you are. Well, did you find her? Did you explain my situation? I did find her. And it turns out this was all just a big misunderstanding. You see, she found your fishing line and really liked the hook you were using, so she wanted to ask you where you got it from so she could buy some to wear as earrings. By the gods, my hook! Why, I make all of my hooks myself, and she wants to wear them as accessories, you say? My. So it's your handiwork, was it? I'd never have guessed mine. I mean, I'd have said you were a bit of a clumsy sort, to be honest. Well, with everything we've heard so far. Oh, I have long had an interest in intricate handicraft. Though it is rare indeed for my work to be praised. It is a rather curious sensation. Anyway, the important thing is that she's not at all angry. Why don't you go and speak to her yourself? It says that you might have plenty to talk about. Speak to her? To an admirer? Oh no, such a thing is impossible. Flippin' heck, man. Pull yourself together. A girl says she likes your work and you're just gonna hide up by your till she goes away, is it? No, Of course I must speak to her. I've never met anyone who cares for the items I produce. This is a golden opportunity. This may change my life. I wouldn't get your hopes up too high just yet. You haven't even met her. Too right, man. The rest of your life starts here, innit? Now, if you're gonna do this, why not make her a little something to say, thanks for being a fan? I mean, you already know what she likes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is an excellent idea. I shall make her a pair of earrings. There's beautiful. Now, you best get cracking. She's not gonna hang around waiting for you forever. Don't get the poor man too carried away, Lofty. I'm not sure he's ready for all. Please do not censure your little friend. He has my best interests at heart. I am sure of it. Now, in order to craft a pair of earrings worthy of my new admirer, I must first gather the requisite materials. Could you help me, perhaps? Bring me 3 gold nuggets, and the work can get underway.
What?
Look, I really think you're getting a little ahead of yourself here. Surely you should talk to her before sending us to... Please, you must not disturb a craftsman at work. Making earrings requires intense concentration. I intend for these to be my finest pieces yet. Oh, alright, we'll go ahead and get you your 3 gold nuggets, but only because I'm curious about how this is all going to turn out. And this is the very last errand I'm running for you, alright? By hook or by crook. I only have 1 gold nugget. So I guess we're not doing that one now. Alright, one last place to talk to people, and that's the palace. I have always thought that Queen Nerea and Archon Leander are a perfect match. It is a source of great joy to me to know that they are to be together at last. Oh, why do I feel so powerless? How can I myself become a heroine if I am unable to help those in need? A heroine? What? Who said that? Oh, it was you. Please, you must not surprise me in that manner when I am deep in thought. Oh, I am ever so sorry. My name's Evan.
Yeah.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Lycorius. I'm a guard here at the palace. I may not be the biggest, but my skill with the spear makes up for my lack of stature. Oh, you can use a spear? You know, we could really do with someone like you over in our new kingdom. Why don't you come and join us? I'm honored, yet I must refuse. You see, for all my bluster, I fear I will be of little use to your kingdom. Really? What do you mean? Of late, many citizens of Hydropolis have spoken of a frightening monster that has been causing chaos. A monster? That's terrible. Someone needs to go and deal with it right away. My sentiments exactly. Would that I myself were able to go and put an end to its murderous rampage. Alas, it is impossible. I am a palace guard, you see. My duty is to remain here and ensure that Queen Nerea comes to no harm. So you want to go and help these people, but you're duty-bound to stay here and guard the palace? That does sound like a tricky situation.
Yeah.
Ever since I was a girl, I have wanted to be a heroine, to rescue people from the clutches of evil. In fact, that is precisely why I took this job. Little did I know that it would in fact render me incapable of assisting people in their hour of need. I have an idea. Why don't we go and deal with the monster for you, Lycorius? You? It is kind of you to offer, but I must advise you not to attempt something so reckless. I would never forgive myself if you were injured. Oh, we'll be fine, don't worry. Now, can you tell us where this monster is? It has been most often seen terrorizing the area around Macronus, I believe. But do you really mean what you say? Are you truly intending to go and fight it? Of course we are. We'll take care of it and report back to you right away. Ever since she was a little girl, Lycorius has wanted to be a heroine. She is now a guard at the palace, but often finds herself torn between her duties and her desire to help people in need. Lately, she's been very concerned about a monster that's been terrorizing Hydropolis. Can Evan do something to help? You truly are most kind. I would love to accompany you on your quest, but I simply cannot abandon my duties here at the palace.
Right.
Queen Nerea has returned, and time moves once more in Hydropolis. Whatever occurs from now on, we must have faith in Her Majesty's wisdom.
Yeah.
Queen Nerea has sacrificed so much for her kingdom and her people. I am truly proud to count myself among her subjects. Leander has informed me that you intend to ask Broadleaf to sign the declaration next. Their technology is certainly impressive, though their tastes are a little brash for my liking.
Yes.
We priestesses have a duty to listen to our kingmaker and to do whatever we can to support the queen. Spio is still young and inexperienced, but she understands this well. I believe she has a bright future.
Hey.
It's you, the boy from my dream. Please, you must take me with you.
Oh.
Wait, what are you doing? What do you mean? I'm doing what you told me to do. You told me in my dream that I should follow you. I spoke to you in your dream?
Huh?
Spio, my child, you say that you heard a voice in your dream? The voice of a boy telling you to awaken and to follow him?
Yes.
Sister Calianera? But my dear child, that was your brother's voice. You overslept, did you not? He was attempting to ensure that you would not be late for prayers. I do not believe it. I was certain that I had received a message from the gods at last.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I quite understand what's happening here.
Yes.
That is no surprise. This must all be rather alien to one unfamiliar with the ways of Hydropolis. My name is Calianera. I am a priestess, and this is Spio, my apprentice. While our skills pale in comparison to those of Queen Nerea, we do share some of the same abilities. Among them, the power to commune with the gods and with nature. It is our duty to use these powers for good.
Crikey!
Crikey, there's virtuous. But the dream that little one was talking about. Sounds like it wasn't the real deal, eh? Unfortunately not. Spio has yet to complete her training. Her abilities must be honed further before she is fully ready to communicate with the heavens.
Yeah.
Sister Calianera is correct, of course. I still have much to learn. But I am determined to learn it. I want to help people. I want to help you, King Evan, just as Queen Nerea has instructed us to. Queen Nerea told you to help me? Gosh. Sister Calianera, is Spio close to completing her training? What more does she need to do? If I can help at all, I'd be more than happy to. That is most magnanimous of you, Your Majesty. The situation is as follows. A priestess cannot be ordained until she has heard the whisperings that emanate from the seashell known as the sea god's trumpet. Alas, the labyrinth in which the trumpet is kept has become terribly dangerous, since you have offered to help. Perhaps you'd be so good as to accompany Spio there. I would be honored. Well, Spio, shall we? Yes, I will find the trumpet, and I'll become a fine upstanding princess, dedicated to serving you, King Evan. Spio has her heart set on being ordained a priestess, but in order to complete her training, she must travel to Lucipis Labyrinth and listen to the whisperings of something known as the sea god's trumpet. It is a perilous journey, however, and the young trainee priestess will require an escort.
Excuse me?
In order for Spio to complete her training and become ordained, she must travel to Lucipis Labyrinth and listen to the whisperings of the sea god's trumpet. Would you be so good as to escort her there? That's everything. So let's real quick return to my castle, do some little bit of kingdom management, then head back on over. Builder's Eye and Technophilia. Do I have anybody? I have Builder's Eye. I assume Technophilia I need to go to Broadleaf first. That's fine, I'll still get this 20% discount on things. Just need a little bit more gold to pull that off. Alright, let me think here. So let's go ahead and warp on back. Claim to free people. Well, not free, but I don't actually know which of these it is. Let's warp on back to Hydropolis. Talk to Swift Solutions.